Detective, what are you doing?
Well, he said they've all been programmed with the 3 laws, so that means we have 1,000 robots that will not try to protect themselves if it violates a direct order from a human. And I'm betting one who will.
Put your gun down.
Why do you give them faces? I guess if you didn't, we wouldn't trust them. These things are just lights and clockwork.
Are you crazy?
Gotcha.
Detective!
What am I? Can I help you, sir?
I'm starting to wonder if Elon just wanted to lodge this offer so that he could get Twitter to reveal all of this sensitive data in a purchase negotiation process, because he sure does seem to be relishing in all of the various things that he's finding out now because Twitter has to divulge it, including a claim that Twitter could be up to 90% fake accounts. That is, you know, a pretty big number. I doubt that's true, but if it's 20%, that would be catastrophic for his offer. You know, that would take his $44 billion offer down to like 30. You can see today already, if we look over the past couple days, Twitter stock is down 20%. It's down almost $10 a share as people lose confidence that the deal might actually go through. What's crazy is if he ends up backing out of this and having to pay that $1 billion backoff fee, will he be able to get out of that as well? Earlier this week, he tweeted, or just late last week, very important to fix your Twitter feed. Tap the home button, tap the stars in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, select latest tweets. You are being manipulated by the algorithm in ways you don't even realize. To switch back and forth to see the difference. This message is brought to you by the Illuminati. Jack replies, it was designed simply to save you time when you are away from the app for a while. Pull to refresh goes back to chronological as well. And then you see Hassan Solimez writing, it definitely was designed for manipulation. If you had good intentions, you wouldn't have just dedicated this design to us. Then Elon's tweet would be like this. Hey, if you want to save some time, tap your home button, tap the stars in the upper right hand screen, select home tweets instead of also the manipulation. Elon writing, I'm not suggesting malice in the algorithm, but rather that it's trying to guess what you might want to read. In doing so, inadvertently manipulate and amplify your viewpoints without realizing that it's even happening. Jack Posobiec writing, curated lists are far superior to a home screen and always in chronological order. I mean, yeah, I would say that that's true. I always feel like I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to this large scale of time that passed? Sometimes I'll open Twitter and I'm like, why am I seeing last night's tweets like at the top of my feed? And why is it difficult to find like what's going on right now? It very well could just be it literally could have been designed to save time. It may not be nefarious, but I mean, they don't have the benefit of Pomp tweeting, open source the algorithm once you complete the purchase so we can see how humans have been manipulated over the last few years. I mean, of course. Now, though, Twitter's stock extends slide as Elon Musk reveals spat with legal team, adding to takeover doubts. Twitter shares extended declines Monday after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said the social media group's legal team told him that he had violated an NDA that could further delay his $44 billion takeover bid. Musk, who said last week in his Twitter pursuit was on hold, pending an investigation into the number of fake accounts and spam accounts on the microblogging website, said Saturday that Twitter legal just called me to complain that I violated their NDA by revealing the bot check sample size is 100. The billionaire said he'd revealed Twitter's methodology in calculating the number of potential spam accounts, as known as bots, when replying to one of his 93.4 million followers. Think about that. That's how they are determining bots. Their sample size is only 100 accounts. The Tesla CEO then added there is some chance that the number of fake and bot accounts might be over 90% of daily active users, although Twitter told the SEC last month that the total was under 5% of its 229 million active users. He also suggested that users were being manipulated by the Twitter algorithm. Twitter shares were marked 5.3% lower in Monday afternoon trading. The change hands at $38.55. It's a level nearly 29% shy of Musk's $54.20 offer. Although he said he's still committed to the acquisition of Twitter, a view echoed by board chairman Brett Taylor, the ongoing criticism of the Twitter platform and the resurfacing of concerns first made public more than 2 weeks ago suggest the billionaire investor may be looking to renegotiate a lower price. And again, that's normal. That's just how business goes. The S&P has fallen more than 12% since Musk made his 9.1% stake in Twitter public. The $400 billion decline in Tesla's market value may also have given Musk pause in reliance on them to fund the $44 billion deal. Earlier this month, Musk said he received equity commitment. We already know that. Let's go on to the actual where he says the 90% stuff. The Tesla Inc. chief executive again questioned Twitter's numbers in a tweet Saturday, saying, "I have yet to see, quote, any analysis that has fake spam duplicates at Ladder," added, quote, "There is some chance it might be over 90% of daily users, which is the metric that matters to advertisers. Very odd that the most popular tweets of all time were only liked by about 2% of daily active users." I mean, that's pretty spicy. You see Kim.com, right? Advertisers paying for millions of bot impressions. I never understood why Twitter didn't just provide a good premium service and quadruple their income. So stupid to rely on bot accounts for valuation and ad revenue. I hope you still buy it, quote, cheaper. I'll help you monetize it. If this were potentially true, what Elon is saying, this would destroy Twitter. Like this would absolutely devalue Twitter to such a level that it would be, it would be worth less than $1 billion from 44 if it were 90%. I don't believe it's 90%, but if it was revealed, okay, that like 50% of the users on Twitter were bots, wouldn't that be absolutely mind-blowing? And then also simultaneously totally believable? Twitter stock would absolutely crash. And now that it's fallen back down to in the 30s, $38, he's going to renegotiate this. There's like little to no doubt in my mind. And you see this person, Zach, who I don't know who they are, but they have 40,000 followers. Guaranteed it's 25% plus. You see this. Whoever thought owning the libs would be cheap never tried to acquire a social media company. Elon, check this out. If you scroll through the follower list of Twitter for 10 seconds, you'll at least find 3 or 4 accounts that appear to be spam, fake bot accounts. Now imagine scaling that number to Twitter followers, which is around 62 million. Certainly more than 5% at Elon. He writes back, exactly. I have yet to see any analysis that has this fake spam duplicates at less than 5%. Meaning the only people who are putting it at 5% are Twitter themselves. And the NDA thing is weird, but if they're only using, you see, then this, by the way, Hindenburg said Musk could pay the $1 billion breakup fee tied to the takeover and still come away with a better deal if he were to renegotiate, noting his significant leverage over the microblogging website and the lack of competing offer. Musk holds all the cards here. If Elon Musk's bid for Twitter disappeared tomorrow, Twitter's equity would fall by 50% from current levels. Consequently, we see a significant risk that the deal will get repriced lower. I think it will get repriced lower. You see Market Insider writing, Elon Musk is using dog-ate the homework excuse to potentially back out of buying of Twitter, and there's now a less than 50% chance the deal gets done. Musk, who plans to put up a big chunk of his Tesla stake to finance the Twitter buyout, raised concerns last week about the proliferation of bots on the social media platform, adding that until his concern is sorted out, the deal is on hold. Musk's abrupt concern about bots sent Twitter shares plunging 10% on Friday. Ives views Musk's concern about bots as a dog-ate-the-homework excuse that the billionaire can use to either back out of the deal or lower the price of his proposed offer of $54.20 a share. Our view is while Musk is committed to the deal, the massive pressure on Tesla stock since the deal, a changing stock market risk environment over the last month, and the number of other financing factors that Musk has caused Musk to get cold feet on the Twitter deal, with the bot issue not a new issue and likely more of a scapegoat to push for a lower price. Bots have always been a concern for Twitter, but founder and former CEO Jack Dorsey has largely cleared up much of the bot issue over the past years, according to Ives. Musk's apparent pause on the deal is until he's comfortable with the bot situation, puts Twitter between a rock and a hard place, as no other strategic or financial bidder has stepped forward and matched Musk's proposed offer. Musk knows that, which is why in a changing market with Tesla losing $300 billion in market cap since the deal, we view the $44 billion Twitter deal as having less than a 50% chance of going through. If the deal doesn't get done, Twitter would collect $1 billion breakup fee, but that's still not going to prevent the stock from plunging below $30. Musk is still committed to his deal per his tweet and appears like he wants to get the deal done, but the financing stress and equity financing overhanging his golden child Tesla has cast a long shadow on the deal. I mean, the idea that, you know, the NDA, you know, the bot size sample being 100 is insane. I just can't get over that. Twitter legal just called to complain that I violated their NDA by revealing the bot check sample size of 100. 100. Is that even like a reliable number? On what sample size would you ever only use 100? I mean, if you're trying to hide it, you know, if you're trying to obfuscate the truth, maybe you would only use a sample size of 100. I think Elon is still like into buying this deal, but I think that he is finding out quickly that the deal was not, the deal is not quite so good. He suspected that the bots were an issue, but I think that's a lot of bots. Like, a lot. We'll have to wait and see how this all shakes out. I have a feeling we'll get an answer this week. Make sure you click that red subscribe button down below so you stay up to date on all the latest news, and we'll talk to you again real soon.